All right. All right. Shalom. Shalom.
Shalom.
All right. Let me go ahead and put this on Do Not Disturb. All right. Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. 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 Before we get started, we want to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, the true teachers of Israel, who lead rule well. Much peace, love, and respect to the brothers teaching and pushing this truth throughout the four corners of the earth, to the hopeful elect, the 144,000 and the 1/3, as well as the rest of the elect scattered abroad amongst the heathen nations through the four corners of the earth. To you we say Shabbat Shalom, Shalom, Shalom. All right, this is your brother Rab Tezadakwa, and joining me is a beloved brother to my left. Okay, and we come back at you with another sit down, another Shabbat sit down, Shabbat lesson, all through the spirit power of Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Radazah is going to be edifying for you, Akim, and any Akwakim that are listening and or watching. All right, and this is one of our favorite topics to go into. And we got a lot of topics that we like to go into, but this is one of the favorite ones, man, because we ready to get the fuck out of here, man. Sure. We ready to get out of here, man. How long, oh Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah? Who was doing a lesson about that? It was I forget which brother it was. One of the brothers just did a lesson going into that, how we need to be complaining, man. Complaining to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. Praying for the days to be few, praying for the days to be short, you know? And so, hey, we know that one of the last main prophecies that need to take place is this World War III, man. And there's a lot that goes around. As a matter of fact, Elder Apostle Tahar I was listening to a lesson that he did on Zechariah 14:4, and he was saying that the World War III, that destruction is going to come right in the middle of Jacob's trouble. You know, it's going to come in the midst of Jacob's trouble, man. So we and Jacob's trouble is hinging on the mark. Okay, the mark of the beast being made mandatory. Okay, which they probably not going to necessarily, but they may. The devil's going to let it all hang out here at the end, right? But whether they actually come out and say it's mandatory, which is the RFID microchip or the Neuralink brain implant or any derivative thereof, if they change the shape but it still does the same thing, it's still the mark of the beast. They change the color but it still does the same thing, it's still the mark of the beast. Okay, if instead of it being if they change the size and make it smaller, it does the same thing, still the mark of the beast. They make it flat instead of round, it does the same thing. It's any derivative thereof. Okay, don't play semantics with Yahweh Shemel Shah, man. You don't want to do that. Sure. All right. So, hey, man, we ready to get out of here, man. All of these things are hinging on the mark, whether they say it's mandatory or whether they just make it mandatory and say, well, you do have a choice. You can starve or take the mark, but it's still your choice, right? He causeth all, Revelation 13:16 down to 18, right? Okay, whether they call it mandatory or not, it's going to be mandatory, man. If you want to function in society, you're going to have to get it, okay, whether they actually say that or not. Okay, and so you got that mark, you got this World War III, of course, right coming along with that mark is Jacob's trouble. You got Isaiah 4:1. You got other prophecies that are right around with it. Okay, but the main things, man, is that mark being made mandatory, and you could also say Jacob's trouble with that, and then you got the World War III, and you got the return of our Lord Yahweh Shemel Shah, man. Hey, that World War III, man, that's World War III, hey, which World War III is already being fought, man. You got high-ranking Babylonian military officials, man, telling you that. They tell you, hey, we're already fighting World War III. Mm-hmm. Okay, check your history, man. World War I and World War II, both of those world wars were being fought for quite some time, and maybe even they wrapped it up and said, oh yeah, in retrospect, that was World War I. But the point is, they were already being fought well before they ever were identified as being World War I. Man, we're already in World War III, man. Has it gotten hot and heavy as it's going to get yet? No, it hasn't. No, but hey, what did the military official say? I can't remember if it was a general. I think it was a general. Might have been an admiral. But he's like, we're already fighting World War III. Mm-hmm. All right, okay, and that just that's not hard to believe, man. Look at all the tensions. Hey, we probably not going to have time to get to it, but Biden just like a couple of weeks ago, He did airstrikes on Syria, man.
Yep.
You know, Biden, you know, or Babylon being the pit bull, the owner, the master of the pit bull, which is those Israelis, those gutter rats over in the land, claiming to be us, that bastard dwelling in Ashdod, and we're gonna get that precept. Okay, they made it clear that they don't want you know, the Babylonians to re-enter back into any agreement with the Persians, man, which is they call themselves, you know, they called Iran today, right? He made the handler for the pit bull has made it clear he don't want us going back into any agreements. All right, and the Iranians they're really lukewarm. They're really lukewarm on going back into the agreement. They're like, okay, if you want to go, but we gotta have there's a time limit. If we're gonna go back into this, it needs to happen in this time frame. Which telling you they ain't really pressed about it, man. If they can get back into a deal that works for them, then I'm like, whatever. Well, okay, show me where I signed. But if it ain't working for them, or if it's taking too long, they didn't say it. Look, there's a time limit. If we're gonna get back into something, it needs to happen in this time frame. You see, and like I said, those gutter rats, that bastard dwelling in Ashdod, they've already made it clear. The Amalekites, man, all right, which is the lead tribe of Esau, Edom, they've already made it clear. Oh no, we don't want America to do that. And I think that there was another and you know, if we had the time, man, we get into this one too. There was another report where the military officials from over there, those Israeli military officials, because, you know, we don't call ourselves Israelis, never have, never will. We call ourselves Israelites, man. That's what we are in the Bible, Israelites, man. Yasharallah. They call themselves Israelis. It's like a little earmark. It's like a little way that they tell you the truth without telling you the truth. We're not the Israelites. We're the Israelis. It's like coming to America, man. We're not McDonald's. We're McDowell's. Right. Okay, you know, and that's what they do, man.
They said we don't put our frosting on top. We put on the
we don't put it in the toppings. We don't put our toppings on the top. We put it on the bottom, right? We're not the Israelites. We're the Israelis. You know. Anyway, man. Hey, he made it. They those military officials over there, man, over in those Israeli military officials. They're like, look, when it happens and whether it happens, that's up to the politicians. But as far as we're concerned, we're ready to go. Right. We got multiple options, multiple plans. We're ready to go. Ready to go with what? Attacking Iran. All right. The least of the flock shall draw them out. We can't wait, man. Come on. Hey, the only thing is, hey, those four angels, man, must be holding it back yet. But you know, I like when you holding back something back, but then it's you know you're gonna let it go soon, so you kind of let it, and it's starting to kind of get out a little bit. That's what's going on, man, through the spirit. It's getting out there a little bit because they about to let go, man. That last member of the elect's about to be sealed pursuant to the book of Revelation, and we can't wait, man. That's why we throw curses up on this place daily, sometimes multiple times a day. Okay, we can't curse this place enough, man. All right, but they're like, we're ready to go, man. We're ready to attack Iran, and they went as so far as to say we're going to do it with or without America. But you know, Babylon's going to be right there. Right, he gonna be like, heal. Right. Babylon gonna come around right around here and sit there. Right, attack dog, man. Right. All right, and we can't wait, man. World War III, what did you title it, bro?
War Crimes, World War III, on its way.
Yeah, World War III on the way, man. Coming to a front door near you. Soon. Real soon. All right?
Got precept.
Go ahead, bro.
It's Habakkuk 2 verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time.
Beautiful.
But at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. So this vision, you see the World War III starting to come up, the mark of the beast, these plagues, pestilences, all this stuff. But what we really waiting on is this mark of the beast in this World War III, man. Yeah. And it's starting to show, man. It's starting to speak. You see, just as the lesson I went into the other day about, you know, you got people around the world taking the mark of the beast, and you got Israel attacking Syria, and everybody just attacking each other, man, it's starting to speak, man. It's not going to deter any longer, man. And this is at a point in time to where it's here, man.
Right.
It wasn't 30 years ago, 100 years ago. It's now, man. And we know that through the prophecies and everything that's going on, man, right now.
Right. You go back a little bit, people, you talk about World War III, people be like, man, you crazy. Ain't gonna be no World War III, man.
Right.
Hey, this world's already been through 2 world wars, and we are not gonna go. We didn't learn our mistake.
Right.
We ain't going through no another world war. Come on, man. We ain't that stupid.
Right.
We ain't that stupid. Well, number one, yes, you be that stupid.
Right.
Number 2, it ain't up to you, man. Okay, Yahweh of hosts is calling the shots. All right. So with that, we got a nice,
Chunk.
we got a nice chunk of what? Precepts.
Yeah.
Precepts.
Scriptures.
And we scriptures, okay, because we like our scriptures, and we got a nice enlightening clip, and we're going to feed off that clip. We're going to, we're just going to, as much whatever precepts the Spirit gives us, scripted precepts or unscripted precepts, we're going to feed off this clip. So go ahead, bro. Let's get into the clip.
Okay. Do you want it playing with a song, or
With it, what?
you want the screen like them to see us, or you want the whole?
I would
screen?
prefer to see us, but if it's easier for you to do it the other way, then whatever way works, bro. As long as they can hear us when we pause it,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the way you just had it the first time. Yep. That'd be good.
Sure.
Yeah, you cool, bro.
The International Criminal Court, or ICC, has begun its investigation into war crimes committed by Israel and its IDF in the West Bank and Gaza Strip from December 2019. Though Israel does not recognize the authority of the ICC, both Jerusalem and Washington.
Okay, so, and you can see that the EU backs an ICC probe. When you see EU, okay, NATO and the EU, that's the beast and the 10 horns, okay? All right. And so you got Amalek over there. They're the that's the bastard dwelling in Ashdod. We're going to get that precept, right? And what did she say? She said they don't recognize the authority of the ICC. It's like, yeah, because Amalek, that's, just like the chosen people of the book, the Israelites, we have different tribes, and our lead tribe is Judah. Well, Esau Edom has lead tribes, has different tribes, and has a lead tribe as well. I don't know the name of the other tribes, okay, but Esau Edom has a lead tribe, and that's Amalek, man.
Sure.
And they're the ones over in the land claiming to be us. And so they looking back at the other tribe, they looking at the rest of Esau Edom, talking about what you mean you probing us?
Right.
Yeah, we don't recognize your authority. Right. What do y'all,
we're the top dog.
Yeah, we the lead tribe of Esau Edom. Matter of fact, we don't even give a fuck about y'all. We gonna throw all the rest, all our brethren. We throwing all y'all into the bus. We're not just gonna put we're not just aiming to get all the heathen in slavery, perpetual slavery. We want to throw all y'all in perpetual slavery too. What does the script say? He who is evil to his own self, to whom will he be good, or something to that effect? Yeah, man. Amalek's over there like, what y'all talking about? Y'all probing us. We don't recognize your authority, man.
It's also that Satan rising up against, or Satan against Satan, man. That kingdom against kingdom. They going against each other, man, and it's going to ultimately lead to their downfall, their destruction.
Right, and that was Yahweh Shah HaMashiach prophesying how this kingdom was going to go down, man,
Sure.
or one of the aspects of how it was going to go down.
Sure.
Let me see. I want to get something else on that. You got anything else on that, bro? All right. Let's see here. Go ahead, roll it.
Washington issued a rebuke on this move. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu lashed out at the court in a recorded video.
The state of Israel is under attack this evening. The biased ICC in The Hague made a decision which is the essence of.
Look at the pompousness in this guy's eyes, man, and the wags of his head. You can just see the way he's wagging his head, and he's got this look in his eyes, and he's like, it's like he's talking down to everybody else.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Let me go ahead. I mean, you can just see it. He's like, how dare you, even consider yourself to be worthy to even confront me, Habakkuk, bro. Habakkuk. I'm having a little bit too much fun with this, man. Habakkuk, chapter 2. Let me see here. Where'd it go? There it is. Habakkuk, chapter 2, man. Verse 4, picking up at verse 4. Yeah, and this is continuing on the passage that bro brought out earlier. He was bringing out that Habakkuk chapter 2, verses 2 and 3. And then we're just going to continue right on, man, through the Spirit. Behold, his soul, which is lifted up, is not upright in him. Okay? This man, especially with the lead tribe, man, the lead tribe of Esau, Edom, his soul's not upright in him, man. Sure. You're going to listen to this guy who is guilty of everything that he's saying to the max. He's not just guilty of the things that he's saying, but he's guilty to the max. I mean, to the max and then some. Yet he's going to accuse everybody else of doing it. I mean, that's impressive. That's damn impressive, man. Yeah. That's the devil for you right there. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright. You got to have that which Yahweh Shema Shai has made crooked, who can make it straight, man? You got to be some kind of crooked to do that, man. Mm-hmm. All right, only the devil, man. Only the devil. And no one else would be able to do it with a straight face. Right? They be like, yeah, you're a bunch of hypocrites. They be feeling like guilty as shit. Right. The devil, he does it with a smug look on his face, man. Mm-hmm. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. That's that contrast, man. That's that darkness and that light, that righteousness and unrighteousness, man. Wickedness and just, Yea, also because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man. See that pride? Look at that smug look on his face, that damn devil. Look at him. That damn devil. He is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. Right, man. And he's got his lapdog he's got not a lapdog, but he's got his attack dog, and his attack dog has got a home in all around the world, in all these different countries, man. Yep. Okay. He is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire as hell, man. Okay? Meaning the grave. No matter how many people die, the grave's going to keep taking people. Mm-hmm. Okay? Who enlarges his desire as hell and is as death. You can't fill death up, man. No matter how many people you got, you can slaughter them all. Death's never going to go in full, I can't take no more. No, man. Mm-hmm. And that's the comparison being made to this man's desire, his lust. All right, he's never satisfied, man. And is his death and cannot be satisfied. Mm-hmm. Salakia, I jumped the gun. Okay, but gathereth unto him all nations. He ain't even satisfied with all nations. He wants all his brethren too. Right. 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 And heapeth unto him all people. Okay. Let's get a little bit more. No. We got a lot of ground to cover. That's the point. You got anything to add, bro? If not, go ahead and roll this one.
Of anti-Semitism and hypocrisy. It determines that.
Back it up like 10 seconds. And then pause it. Anti-Semitism, man. What the hell is anti-Semitism? Okay. I mean, see, hey, man, I'm gonna get this now, because this is what you witnessing is top shelf witchcraft, man. All right, witchcraft on display. Okay, you looking into the eyes of a warlock. All right, look at those devilish eyes, man. Look at that warlock, which by that way, that symbol on the back is an occultic symbol. That doesn't go back to Malak Dawada, King David. That supposed Star of David. Is no Star of David, man. All right, you look at his eyes, you can see that he's a warlock, man. Yeah. All right, so here's this precept I wanted to bring out real quick. I might not. Nah, I don't want to bring it out now because we'll bring it out a little later because we'll probably get stuck here because this whole chapter is just fire, man, on Esau Edom. So I'm gonna hold it for a little. Man, I'll bring out this chapter. I'll bring out this verse right now. We'll come back to it later. Yahweh is out. Stand now with thine enchantments. Yeah, this is what you've been doing all along. It's gotten you to where you are today. Don't stop now, but you ain't got to tell the devil that. He ain't gonna stop. Keep going, man. Go all the way. Matter of fact, double down on it. Triple down on it. Stand down with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, man. Yeah, you sorcerer.
What book?
Salakia. Isaiah chapter 47, verse 12. Isaiah chapter 47, verse 12. Salakia. All right. Wherein thou hast labored from thy youth, from the beginning, man. This is what you devils have always been all about this, man. From the beginning. You've been laboring, in this from the beginning, man, from your youth. Okay, and they ain't talking about just since he was born and he was 2 years old. No, this is going back, man, to the beginning. All right. If so be, thou shalt be able to profit. Let's see if it's going to profit you now at the end, man. Let's see if you're gonna, it's gotten you to where you are today. Is it gonna fail you? Oh no. You're expecting it's gonna work like a charm, just like it's always worked like a charm. Their houses shall continue forever, right?
I got that.
Go ahead and bring that out, Bubba. Sure.
This is Psalms 49, verse 11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. Yeah. These are earmarks of who the wicked are, man. Go back to Genesis chapter 4, verse 17. The progenitor of the wicked, the progenitor of the Edomites, Cain, okay, later reborn as Esau. If you can receive it. If you can't, then what do you do? Go. Yeah, why are you here? All right. This is for people who want the truth. This is for those who have eyes to hear, eyes to see and ears to hear. And if you can't receive that, then you clearly don't have ears to hear or eyes to see. Please go. We don't want you here. All right. Okay. You got a death coming and don't bother us. All right. Just await your death. You're on death row. All right. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, that's what they did. Genesis chapter 4, verse 17. Cain, he kicked it off right in the beginning of the book. And that's what they've been doing ever since, man. Africa. I can't remember the guy's first name, but his last part of his name, the Edomite, is Africanus. Africanus is named after him. Yep. And then you got, I think it's Leo Africanus or something like that, but don't quote me on that. But then you got Amerigo Vespucci. That's who this land was named after, the Americas. Okay? They just like the bro said, you got different precept or the same one? Oh, no, it was the same one.
Read it again, Baba Kushar.
Psalm 49, verse 11. Their inward thought is that their house shall continue forever, and the dwelling places to all generations. Yeah. They call their lands after their own name.
Yeah, they call it. This is one of the ways, man. One of a number of ways that you can tell who the wicked are, man. Sure. Another way is they're the ones covered the faces of the judges. Who's the judges? The Israelite men. Yeah, first and foremost, the chief judge, Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, the only begotten Son of the Most High, who the world calls God. And his true name is Yahweh. So there's only one race of people, group of people, one family, because nations are families, man. You didn't know that? All right. Baba Kushal, give me Amos chapter 3, verse 1 from the top, bro. Because nations are family. There's only one family that's did that, man. One nation that's done that. Amos 3 and 1, Baba Kushal.
This is Amos 3, verse 1. Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel.
O children of Israel.
Against the whole family.
Family.
Which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Yeah, he's talking to the whole nation, man, because nations are families. Families are nations, man. All right. And this nation, this family, well, they do certain things, man. They're the only family, they're the only nation that has covered the face of the judges thereof, man. They're the devil, the accuser of the brethren, the slanderer, the calumniator. Which means you take something that's good and righteous and you make it look like it's wicked and evil. Isaiah chapter 5, verse 20, man. Woe to them that call evil good and good evil. Put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Darkness for light and light for darkness. Okay, woe, meaning destruction. And we go, that's what we're talking about. Their destruction in World War III, man. Mm-hmm.
You got something, bro?
Now I'm gonna get the rest of it.
Oh, go ahead.
Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities.
Yeah, all your iniquities. Stand down with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be, thou shalt be able to profit. If so be, thou mayest prevail. Yeah, let's see. Let's see how it's going to work out for you, Mr. Not a Jew. Go ahead, bro.
Okay.
The state of Israel is under attack this evening. The biased ICC in The Hague made a decision which is the essence of anti-Semitism and hypocrisy. It determined that our
Yeah, and by the way, man, there's no such thing as Semitism or Semit. That term goes back to Shem, Ham, and Japheth, right? And they throw around this term anti-Semite, but it's correctly would be anti-Shumite, not Shem, Shum, Shum, S-H-A-M. All right. So they ain't even see. These are ways they tell you that they don't know what the fuck they really know what they're doing. They're deceiving you, right? So that whole thing, and then they say that as if they're the only Shemitic people. Well, they're pretending to be the people of the book, but the truth is they are indeed Shemitic people. You know, there's like seven nations that are Shemitic nations. Mm-hmm. Nobody talks about the other nations, the Ishmaelites, and says, well, you're anti-Shemitic because you're against the Ishmaelites. You know, you're against the, I can't remember all off the top of the Moabites. The Moabites are Shemitic people. The Ammonites are Shemitic people. Nobody talks about, you're anti-Shemitic. Okay? You know? We're Shemitic people. And we're the true people of the book. All right? So how can we be anti-Shemitic when we are Shemitic? See, the devil's a motherfucker, man. And I hate this, hey, man, do not I hate them that hate thee. Oh, Yahweh Shema. Am I not grieved with them? I hate them with a perfect hatred, man. I count them mine enemies. Those are the words of Malak Dawadah, who is a man after Yahweh's own heart, paraphrasing, right? So yeah, get it right, Mr. Benjamin, not a Jew, whatever, not a Jew. All right, go ahead, bro.
Brave and moral soldiers who are fighting against the cruelest terrorists on earth. They are all
You see the hypocrisy, man? Who are fighting against the cruelest terrorists on earth. No, that's you. That's you. See, no, only the devil would do that, man. Everybody else, the guilt would just kind of, only the devil, man. See? No, Mr. Not a Jew. You are, the worst terrorist on the earth. All right?
That's it. I got a precept.
Go ahead, bro.
This is Psalm 58 and verse 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies.
Yeah. So
he's talking about, everybody else being a terrorist, but but when they really know that they the major terrorists, man. They're the ultimate terrorists.
Uber.
Going around slaughtering the Israelites, man. Got chemtrails, GMO foods. They the ultimate terrorists of the earth, man. The ultimate wicked, man. Was that cancer cell, man?
Yeah. Go ahead, bro.
Criminals. It decided that when we are building a home in our eternal capital, Jerusalem, it's a war crime. The ICC, which was established terrorists on earth, and moral soldiers who are fighting against the cruelest terrorists on earth. They are all war criminals. It decided that when we are building a home in our eternal capital, Jerusalem, it's a war crime.
Your eternal capital? What the fuck are you talking about, man?
That's it.
All right. Man, your eternal capital? Bastard, so do I ask Jeremiah.
This is Jeremiah. This is Zechariah 9 verse 6, and a bastard shall dwell in Asdod, and I will cut off the pride of the Philistines.
Yeah, and that you're looking at the chief bastard right there, man. Get that word for bastard, Baba Kushan, in the newsletter, Baba Kushan. It was a precept.
You really don't.
Check the lexicon or the we'll give you some more information down there, like yeah, he's lying to you there.
Yeah.
Okay. Illegitimate child.
Yeah.
Okay, but let me see what else we got down there, if I can borrow it real quick. But we can key in on that illegitimate child, man, because Esau Edom is an illegitimate child, man. Okay. Let me see here. Shalakia, bear with us. Let's see here. All right, but yeah, basically an illegitimate child, man. Okay. Esau was rejected, man. They're the bastard. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you got to understand that Esau was rejected, man, and there was no place of repentance found for him. Is he the evil twin brother of Jacob, of Yasharallah? Yeah, he is. But he's rejected. Therefore, he's the bastard. He's the bastard dwelling in Ashdod until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled. Baba Kushar, there's a precept talks about that. You know something. Hey, Baba Kushar, you pulled that one up. All right. Yeah, but bro's pulling up a precept right now. What was the precept I just had you pulling up?
Till the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
Yeah, man. Because that's the time. That's the time. We're still in the time when our land is being trampled underfoot, trodden down under the Gentiles, man. Until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled, man. And the chief Gentile nation is Esau Edom, man.
Mm-hmm.
And of Esau Edom, their lead tribe is the Amalekites, man. Which you're looking at, one right there on the screen.
That's it.
You got it.
This is Luke 21, verse 24. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations. And Jerusalem, which has happened. That's been fulfilled. We're scattered, man. Go ahead. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
Yeah, and we are trodden down. So this is true of the land, and it's true of us, man. We are trodden down, but it's also true of the land. They're over there in our land, man, part in our land. All right.
Yep.
But the Most High is going to rectify that. I think that's all I wanted to bring out right now. No, I think let me see if I wanted to get this mic up. Give me a second here. Yeah, let it play a little bit more. We'll get to it.
The ICC, which was established to prevent a reoccurring of the horrors of the Nazis, instigated against the Jewish people, now turned against the state of the Jewish people.
His remarks came after U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris joined Netanyahu on a call to reaffirm the U.S.'s, quote, opposition to the ICC's attempts to exercise its jurisdiction over Israeli personnel, and underscored the country's unwavering commitment to Israel's security. So here to weigh in, former UK MP George Galloway. So George, you just heard it there, Bibi's harsh words to the ICC. The ICC is meant to serve as a last resort when a country's own judicial system is unable or unwilling to investigate war crimes. So which is it for Israel? Are they unable or unwilling to investigate themselves?
Well, once again, we have the isolation twins of Israel and the United States standing against the whole world. It's not just the European Union, of course. It's the whole world. It's Africa. It's Asia. It is the Latin American countries. It is just the world against Israel and the United States. And that's not really a good...
Yeah, he just made an excellent point, man. It's always these two peas in the pod together, man. Mm-hmm. Did we get the Lisa the Flock Show daughter? Yeah, let's go ahead and get that, bro. Yeah, because he's made. Hey, this is prophecy, man. This is prophecy. That's what, like we were saying, man. You know, the Israelis, man, the gutter rats. I'm referring to them as gutter rats from here on out. The gutter rats don't want Babylon to go back into any type of deal with the Persians, which is Iran. And guess what? It ain't gonna happen, man. You know, what was it? You know, what did the Babylonians say? Well, they support. You know, what did the chief gutter rat there say? He said, we don't recognize the authority of the ICC. Mm-hmm. And what did the Babylonians? she's not even worthy of being mentioned, man. But anyway, what did the Babylonian woman say? You know, the vice president. She said, we support Israel's, we support Israel's choice to basically blow off the ICC. Okay? Right? Go ahead, bro.
This is Jeremiah 50, verse 45. Therefore, hear ye the counsel of the Lord Yahweh that he hath taken against Babylon, and his purposes that he hath purposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. Right.
The least of the flock is Amalek, man. They're the lead tribe, man, but they're also the least of the flock. You know, they're the least of the flock, and they're going to pull out America. They're going to pull out Babylon, man. Babylon, also known as America, is going to get, Babylon's on that leash, man. And who's holding that leash? Mm-hmm. Amalek, the least of the flock. Mm-hmm. And they're going to pull that attack dog into the fight, man. And what's going to happen, bro? What does it say? It says it right there. It says it right there in that verse.
Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them.
Yeah. See? America's going to get pulled into it, man. And just like, the gutter rats over there want some type of action taken. Guess what? Babylon's going to take it.
Sure.
Okay? The gutter rats over there want Babylon to withdraw from something. Guess what? Babylon's going to withdraw from it, man.
Sure.
The rest of the world, man, and we're going to, Bubba Chuck, you get that script where it says the beast shall hate the whore. Because the rest of the world is already caught on to the fact that really this place wouldn't be so bad, so they think. If it wasn't, it's really just basically two problems here.
Mm-hmm.
It's the little Satan and it's the big Satan. The little Satan referring to the gutter rats over in the land saying that they're us, and the big Satan referring to Babylon. They pretty much caught on to that. Even Babylon's friends, man. Babylon's friends are recognizing that, man. This bitch Babylon keeps getting us into a lot of stuff we don't want to get into.
Mm-hmm.
We would pretty much be just kicking back, chilling, making money, making deals with these other nations, and pretty much have it pretty good if it wasn't for Babylon over here messing things up all the damn time.
Right.
And oh, by the way, Israel's always behind it. We always, we look behind the curtain. Israel's behind it.
Right.
Yeah, these two over here are the problem, man.
Like that. It's like you like that. The movie, the Dorothy movie.
Yeah. The Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz. You got the dude behind the curtain. Then you got the big, scary monster.
Great, all powerful Oz.
And then you got the little scrawny dude behind the thing.
Which that's Esau, man. That's a perfect representation of Esau Edom, man. He's the base man, man. He's the basis of men.
Mm-hmm.
The Most High set him up and gave it to him. Okay? All right? The Most High can set up whoever he will, man. That's what Daniel 4:17 is telling you. Proverbs 16:4. Okay? Job 9:24. All right? Let me see. Did we finish that precept?
I ain't got it yet.
Oh, go ahead.
It's Revelation 17, verse 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire.
That's the EU, man. All right. It started off as a European Economic Community, and then it morphed or changed, or it was modified, or whatever you want to say, to the EU. And it started off with 12 nations, but two couples of those nations were really just one. You had Spain and Portugal, which are one, and you had Ireland and the UK, which are one, man. Or Ireland and Britain, which are one. All right? So that's 10, man. That's the 10 horns right there. Now, they've added other nations, but, man, that didn't change the fact that the prophecy's already been fulfilled.
Sure.
All right? Okay? And they're going to hate her, man, because they're allies. They're in bed together. America has been riding this beast, man, okay, which is NATO, which has the 10 horns, okay? Right? What does it mean when you ride in a beast? that means you're steering it, you're controlling it. This beast don't want to go nowhere. It don't want to go there no more. The beast is like, I don't want to go that way. Beast about ready to buck this bitch off and tear her up, man. And burn her with, eat her flesh and burn her with fire.
That's it.
And that's what he's saying. He's like, once again, you got these two. You got, back it up and let's listen to him say it again, Brother Shaw.
It's the whole world. It's Africa. It's Asia standing against the whole world. It's not just the European. Well, once again, we have the isolation twins of Israel and the United States standing against the whole world. It's not just the European Union, of course. It's the whole world. It's Africa. It's Asia. It is the Latin American countries. It is just the world against Israel and the United States. And that's not really a good place to.
You got something on that?
Oh no, I thought you wanted to say.
Yeah. Well, there you go, man. That's what it's going to be in World War III. I mean, there's still a pretense of having allies. Babylon having allies, but really, no, man. The stage is already set, man. The waters are polluted. It's like you got a friend, man, and things ain't right between y'all no more, man. But you still kind of go and hey, what's up? But it ain't the same. Right. Yeah. Nobody just ain't had the heart yet to just come out and say it.
Right.
But it's busted, man. Y'all done. Y'all through. The friendship's over, man. Right. Y'all, and nobody's even really trying, because you would, like EU, they would try to make things right with Babylon. Babylon just too proud. Babylon ain't trying to do shit. Babylon too proud. But the EU would try to make things right if they felt they could. But they like, what? We know we can't make things right here. Right. So we just kind of chilling, We kind of like don't really know what the fuck to do right now. Right. But we know we don't want to keep dealing with this horde like that. So, and we know we want to go over here. We really want to go over here, but we kind of stuck right here. And all they doing is they just kind of taking those side steps until finally they go for broke. Right. Yeah. And through the Spirit, they're probably going to still have some pretense of being allies all the way up until they shoot those missiles. They're gonna be like, I guess we're not friends no more. Yeah. Go ahead, bro.
It is just the world against Israel and the United States. And that's not really a good place to be. Everyone can't be out of step except you and the state of Israel. So it's a very foolish approach to take to this, whether you recognize the court or you don't. I mean,
he's exactly right. You got to get that Obadiah right now. Let's just get that. Okay. Points down in 3, but let's take it from the top. The vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord Yahweh concerning Edom. Esau is Edom. Thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom. Genesis 36:8. Concerning Edom, all the descendants, the bloodline descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Esau. Esau is Edom. Malachi 1:1-4. Okay, the border of wickedness, the people against, the family, the nation, the family, the people against whom Yahweh Shem, peoples, our families, our nations, against whom Yahweh Shem has indignation, righteous fury, man. Mm-hmm. Fury. Forever. Mm-hmm. And that means forever, ever. No end, man. Matter of fact, the only way it's going to end, he's going to wipe them out.
That's it.
Okay. We have heard a rumor from Yahweh. That ain't no rumor, man. You heard something from Yahweh? That ain't no rumor, man. That rumor is true. Okay. You want to call it a rumor? Go ahead, fine. Call it a rumor. It's true. All right. An ambassador is sent among the heathen. That ambassador is already out, man. That ambassador has already been busy at work. His work is just about done. Just about done, man. Arise ye and let us rise up against her in battle. They already hostile towards America, man. Mm-hmm. Babylon's friends are hostile against her. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. It's very foolish. Isn't that what he just said? It's very foolish to think that everybody else is wrong and just you two are right again.
Right.
And again and again and again and again.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. All the time. It's just you two right. And all the rest of the world is wrong. Very foolish. But here's the point of that. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee. It takes some serious, devilish pride in order to think that, man. Okay, but that's the devil for you. That's the Esau Edom. Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock. What nation, what people, what family, if you go back in their heritage, they were dwelling in clefts of the Esau Edom, man. It's just them. It's just the people who are called Caucasians.
Yeah.
Cave dwellers, man. That's what the word means. I mean, it's just not hard to figure out, man. You don't have to be. This is elementary, my dear Watson. Okay? This is easy, man. Yeah. It's so easy, even the caveman, Esau Edom himself, he can figure this out. He don't have to figure it out. He knows who he is. Well, the peon ones, they forgot. They don't know. We got to tell them, no, you're Esau Edom. We're the Israelites. You're born into slavery. Yeah, right. All right. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high. That's why they always build these skyscrapers, man. That comes from them, man. Oh, yeah, some of the other heathens doing it because they're drunk with the wine of Babylon. They're following the example of the devil, man. They weren't doing that before. Mm-hmm. And they got their satellites up high, man. They got their eagle eye in the sky. Eagle? Yeah, that's another clue. That's their national bird, man. Mm-hmm. As the Greeks, it was their national bird. As the Romans, it was their national bird. As the Babylonians in Rome 2.0, it's still their national bird, man. Okay? That saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Yeah, man, the Babylonians is just too proud, man. They ain't trying to make things right. They like, well, I mean, they almost kind of enjoy pushing their fellow brethren around, whose look was more stout than his fellows, it says in the book of 2nd Ezra, man. Mm-hmm. You got something?
No.
Go ahead.
If you don't recognize it, why are you even talking about it? Why are you even attacking it? When the people in the court decide that there's a prima facie case that the Israeli state has broken not its own laws, that's why its own courts are not the legitimate jurisdiction for this, but broken international law, particularly law which relates to territory occupied by military force, which of course.
Which shows you we've had a world government for a long time, man. All right. Well, we're gonna have a world government. We don't. Man, you already got a world government, man. I mean, you got this ICC right here. What is that? Slakia. What is that, man? They are looking into a probe to make a determination. What? Just for the hell of it? They're going to make a determination, and there's going to be some consequences out of that, man. They're telling the countries, the quote-unquote sovereign nations of the world, what to do. Well, we made this determination, and here's what you need to do, and here's what you need to do, or what? Or what? Right? You got Interpol, the International Police Force. You got the World Health Organization. You got the United Nations. You got the World Court. Man, you got a world government, and you've had it for a long time, man. Y'all people just don't pay attention to shit. Go ahead, bro.
Of course, Gaza and the West Bank and East Jerusalem are.
Well, George, to Israel's credit, some of it here. In the past, they have opened many probes into troop conduct and have found some of their own guilty of various crimes. Could the ICC's move then exacerbate the upcoming talks between the U.S. and Iran on rejoining the JCPOA, given America's commitment to backing Israel?
Well, it will certainly throw up in sharp relief the double standards involved here. And Israel's judicial system deals admirably, not least with high-ranking politicians, including Mr. Netanyahu, who may very well soon be going to prison. But what we're talking about here are crimes.
Did you hear that? He said, Mr. Not a Jew may be going to prison. He probably ain't going to prison, man. But the devil is being revealed for being who he is, man. That's the time that we in. You know, we just read it in Obadiah where it says, I made thee small among the heathen, man. And in Psalm 64, while the brother's pulling that precept, if you got it, go ahead and read it, bro. But I'm going to get to Psalm 64 as well. Go ahead.
It's Habakkuk 2, verse 16. Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yasha's right hand, shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory.
That's right. Shameful spewing on your glory, which is no glory at all. And Psalm 64 and 8 says, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. See that? Man, yeah, man. You know, that's another way, because see, you know, up until relatively recently, man, you know, the devil's witchcraft and his sorceries and his enchantments, they were pretty powerful. Not so much anymore. You know, go ahead, bro.
Against international law, which the Israeli state cannot, by definition, examine impartially, because the state is accused of breaking the laws of the Geneva Protocols and many others that govern the conduct of an occupying force. And there's no getting away from this. Either the West Bank and the Gaza are occupied territories, or after 57 years, they have now de facto become a part of Israel, in which case the people in it will have to be given the vote.
Well, George, here it is. Under the Geneva Convention, following the 1967 war, Israel annexed East Jerusalem, and as we know in recent years, has expanded settlements in that area, which, as you noted, is a violation of the...
They annexed this land. They annexed a greater portion of the land, which isn't theirs in the first place, nor does it belong to the people that they're annexing it from. Right. And then they expanded it. Okay, all right, which just goes back to Habakkuk chapter 2. Just got to touch on that again real quick, because this is the devil, man. I mean, the scriptures are true, man. Okay, all right. Habakkuk 2 and 5. Yea, also because he transgresses by wine, his philosophies, man, his doctrines, his ideals, his manner of living. He is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied. But gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. And this is a good time to bring out the Micah 2. You got something, bro? Okay. This is a good time to bring out the Micah chapter 2. Okay. Woe, verse starting at the top. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. Man, this is Esau, Edom, first and foremost. Anybody else, any other nations, or even if there's some of our people, some of the Israelites that do it, man, it's child's play. Okay, sure. Child's play. All right. This is talking first and foremost about the wicked, man. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hands, man, and the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Job 9 and 24. The Most High setteth up over it the basis of men. Okay, all right. It is just like we read, because it is in the power of their hand. It is given. It let favor be shown to the wicked, yet will he not do righteously, man. Okay, because it is in the power of their hand. Let me see what it says for this word for practice. Yeah, it is, it's just, it ain't really adding anything edifying. Okay. But yeah, you know what it means. So they do it, man. they devise. Let's get that word devise. Let me see if we get something there. Okay. To think, to plan. Okay. They think of evil wickedness to do on their beds, man. Everybody else is laying in bed, we resting. Tired. I think about what I might do tomorrow. Maybe I'm gonna go get me some chocolate chip cookies. I'm gonna go get some ice cream or something. I think I'm gonna plant a flower bed. What do the Edomites do? They devise iniquity, man, wickedness, plan it. Calculate, man. Let me see. What's the best way? What's the most efficient? What's the most wicked way to do this? How can I do the most damage? How can I affect the most people? How can I enslave and cause the most harm and misery possible? How can I defile the people of the book, the chosen people of Yahweh Shema Shah? How can I cause them to be brought even lower? And on and on and on and on. Invent. They even create new ways to do wickedness, man. Make a judgment. Imagine, count, and you get the idea. Let's finish this precept on up. And they covet fields. What did she say? They annexed it. Annexed it, and then expanded. Oh, and what you got to start with, that wasn't yours either.
Right.
Okay, because you're the bastard dwelling in Ashdod, right? And take them by violence. They covet fields and take them by violence, man, violence, and houses, and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, and even a man and his heritage. First and foremost, case in point, number one, most of all, above all else, us.
Sure.
Okay, they're in our land. But they're not just in our land. They're saying that they are us. They slap. That's the calumniator, man. They slapped bywords and proverbs on us pursuant to the curses. Okay, called us black, spics, savages, and all other kinds of names. And they said that they're us. Okay, they're the people of the book. They got the rich heritage and culture that is ours. They said is theirs. And we're a no people. All right. You go into black history, you go back to like 1600 something, man. And it's like, okay, well, what after that? It just goes back to about there. And then what? All right. Well, I guess we were just Africans, And they covet fields and take them by violence and houses and take them away. We ain't no damn Africans, man. We ain't no damn Hamites. Scripture says so, man. There's a difference between us and the Egyptians, man. The Most High has put it that way. They look like, there's similarities, although not exactly the same. You can even tell from there's even physical differences.
Mm-hmm.
But those physical differences aside, there's some similarities. All right. But there's a difference that the Most High has put between them and us. And us and all the other nations, man. Let's get that precept that, a peculiar people, bro, above all other nations. Bring that out. Because, hey, I'm saying it, but it don't matter what I say. Only thing that matters is what does Yahweh Shema Shah say. And the bro's going to pull the precept while I'm finishing this one. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh, behold, against this family. That's right, the nation of Esau, Edom, that people, that family, against this family do I, Yahweh Shema Shah speaking, Yahweh himself, devise an evil, a very bad time, man, an extremely bad time, from which ye shall not remove your necks. Y'all ain't getting out of this, man. You ain't getting out of this, you Edomites. And yes, you are an Edomite. Okay?
Sure.
Ye shall not remove your necks, neither shall ye go haughtily, man. Yeah, the Most High is going to bring you down low, man. He going to smack that pride off your face. For this time is evil. You got it, bro.
Come on, this is Deuteronomy 14, verse 2. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord Yahweh.
Yeah, he's talking to us, man. The true people of the book. Yasharallah.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord Yahweh thy power, and the Lord has chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto himself above all the nations.
Above, beside.
Above all the nations.
Below?
Above all the nations.
Above, man. Do we need to break down the word above for you? All right? That means we're up here, y'all are down there. And what kind of way? Every way. Go ahead, bro.
Above all the nations that are upon the earth.
Thus saith Yahweh Shema Shah. Thus says the one you call God. You going to argue with him? See, that shows y'all right there y'all don't believe the Bible. Okay? All right? Long as you can twist it and apply your interpretation, which means your opinion, which exchange opinion for a stinky asshole. Long as you can put your stink on it, then it's cool. But as soon as the truth comes out, the correct understanding, and all thy get understanding through thy precepts, I get understanding. Therefore, as soon as the understanding comes out, what time's lunch? I got something else I need to do.
Come. But they said about annexing, man. If those gutter rats was the true Jews, Israelites of the Bible, man, we're not gonna be annexing anything, man. We're gonna be taking it, and I believe that's Daniel.
Yeah, go ahead and bring out all three of those precepts. We got 1, 2, 3, bam, bam, bam. That number for three. That number 3 goes into emphasis, man. 3 precepts or passages to prove to you right now from the scriptures that they ain't the real people of the book, as if that needs to be proven. But we're gonna prove it anyway.
This is Daniel. I get this one first. 2 and verse 44. In the days of these kings shall the power of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. You don't see them gutter rats over there breaking in pieces these other nations. You don't see them consuming these other kingdoms, man. You see the Persians fighting back, trying to take their land back, man. But it says that it's going to stand forever. And also.
And while you're getting that, we're going to give you a bonus one. Ezekiel chapter 34. Okay? Let's see here. And this is getting into the kingdom here, man, when the Most High brings us back into the land, which they said, although it doesn't fit the scriptures at all, it fits the bastard dwelling in Ashdod. It fits that one out. The time of the Gentiles being fulfilled, tried none of it fits that one. But the righteous prophecies on the right-hand side, it doesn't fit that at all. But they say that God has brought them back into the land, right? Well, here's what he says. And they shall no more be a prey to the heathen. All right? Neither shall the beasts of the land devour them, but they shall dwell safely. Are those Israelis safe over there, bro?
Fuck no.
Hells to the no. They ain't safe at all. Well, what about the rest of the verse? Maybe we can find something that's true about them. Okay? But they shall dwell safely, and none shall make them afraid. Are they afraid, man? Hells to the yeah.
Afraid.
All right, so there you go. You got a bonus one showing you they ain't the real people of the book, man. Go ahead, bro.
This is Daniel 7, verse 18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom. It don't say we're going to annex the kingdom, man. It says shall take the kingdom and
piece by piece, piecemeal. A little here and a little there. We're going to get a little bit more, give them some back, and then big them up.
That's it. This says, the definition of annex says to attach, append, or add, especially to something larger or more important. So we're not attaching any of our land. We're going to take all of it, man. We're not going to attach piece by piece to it like it's a fucking puzzle, man. We're going to automatically have the puzzle right there.
There ain't going to be no negotiating with the heathens, right, man. So, hey, so go ahead and finish that, bro, and just I got another precept for you.
This is Daniel 7, verse 18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever.
Right. And then you got Revelation chapter 2, verse 26 and 27. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. Let me see. You got power over the nations, but you still kind of gotta, you gotta hobnob. You gotta sit up there and banter back and forth. And oh yeah, well if y'all do this, we're gonna attack y'all. Oh, don't you attack us? Well, you shooting the missiles at us. Oh, we're under attack. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron. What rod of iron you see them demonstrate? If somebody's ruling you with a rod of iron, man, they smashing you. There ain't no back and forth. There ain't no negotiating. There's no diplomacy. You just smashing them, man. Is that what you see? No. Okay, they making plans to have to fight Iran, and Iran is chomping at the bit. Hey, if you're ruling Iran, whether you're ruling that heathen nation Iran with a rod of iron, then what they chomping at the bit to fight you for? They should be bowing down and cowering in fear. No, it doesn't mean that. It just means that you're going to win. As the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers. Broken to shivers. No, man. Even as I received of my Father. and it's backed up in Psalms chapter 2, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we just piling on now. Go ahead. What else you got?
There's Daniel 7 verse 27, and the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High. And the saints is the children of Israel, man. You know, just prove it. This is Psalm 148 verse 14. He also exalted the horn of his people, the praise of all his saints, even of the children of Israel, people near unto him, praise ye the Lord. Which these gutter rats say they the children of Israel, basically. But going back, it says in verse 27, it says, and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominions shall serve and obey him. And you don't see that happening right now, man. You don't see the EU obeying those gutter rats. You don't see Chinese, the Japanese, the Russians obeying them gutter rats, man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right now, the Most High has a spirit out in the world. Hey, we just read it. You know, I heard a rumor from Yahweh. You know, arise up against her in battle, man.
So,
okay, talking about Babylon, and the gutter rats, man.
So,
and that's what he kicked it off with. Here, once again, you got these two twin towers standing together, or whatever he called them. What do you call them? The twins? Isolation twins. That's right. See?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. What else you got?
I got one more. This is Isaiah 60 and verse 18. Violence shall no more be heard in thy land.
Violence no more?
That's what it says.
Wait a minute. We got to revise that because there's all kinds of violence going on over there. So I think we need a revision.
Shit.
Maybe Yahweh Shai needs to. No, you can't do that. That against the rules. Well, then they can't be the people, man. That's against the rules. You can't do that. They ain't the people, man. I mean, y'all should already know that. I mean, come on. Go ahead, bro.
It says, violence, Isaiah 16:18, violence shall no more be heard in thy land, wasting nor destruction within thy borders. But thou shalt call thy walls salvation and thy gates praise.
Mm-hmm.
The sun shall no more be thy light by day, neither for brightness shall the moon give light unto thee, but the Lord Yahweh shall be unto thee an everlasting light, and thy power, thy glory. Thy sun shall no more go down, neither shall thy moon withdraw itself for the Lord.
And that's all symbolic, man. They ain't talking about the actual real moon and sun. Go ahead, bro.
For the Lord shall be thine everlasting light, and the days of thy mourning shall be ended. You see the people over there, they ain't not in a state of rejoicing, man, unless it's in wickedness. It says, and then here it is right here. It says, thy people also shall be all righteous.
What? What? Hey, last time I checked, they have a pink city over there. And it's not talking about the female variety of pink. All right.
Also at the largest gay parade.
Yeah, I was trying to avoid saying that word. It is what it is. But yeah, the most stuff, man. The abominable stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, males with males, females with females, things with things, it's with it's. Go ahead.
This is continuing on. It says, thy people also shall be all righteous. They shall inherit the land forever, the branch of my planting, the work of my hands, that I may be glorified. That's about it.
That ain't it, bro. That ain't them. That ain't them over there. Quite au contraire. Au contraire. All right, quite to the contrary, man.
I was trying to find that scripture that says, I think it was, they have defiled my land.
I don't know the address off the top of my head. I know what scripture you're talking about.
Yeah.
But then while the brothers look for that, there's another scripture that says, once the Most High delivers us and takes us and sets us back over in the land, no more shall they say, great is Yahweh Shai that brought his people up out of the land of Egypt. You know, what the Heavenly Father is going to do is going to be so great and so magnificent that it's going to completely overshadow that great deliverance from the land of Egypt is going to be completely overshadowed by far, man. Last time I checked, Hollywood, still making recent movies, man, about Egypt. People still talking about Egypt, So that ain't been fulfilled yet, which means They ain't the people of the book. The Most High has not taken and set his people back in that land yet.
So
This is still yet the time of the Gentiles for a few seconds more.
I can't find it.
That's all right, bro. Let's move on.
A convention principle that an occupying power is barred from transferring its population to those captured territories. So how can Israel defend against that war crime? You heard Bibi say that this is their land.
Well, it isn't, I'm afraid. They may wish to acquire it, hold it, and keep it against all international law, but it will never be their land. The law is very clear on that. Israel violently, militarily occupied this territory in 1967.
He covered the field and taken it by violence. Just wanted to bring that out again. Go ahead, bro.
The fact that it's held on to it all of this time with greater or lesser extent of use of force is completely immaterial. If I seized Miami Beach, and I'd like to, if I held on to it for 57 years, it wouldn't become mine. People have to look at it through the eyes of the law which governs militarily occupied territories, and they're simply turning their face away from it. And I can understand why they do that. What I don't understand is why an American government would give them a blank check so to do, because that's dragging your country's reputation down, as well as Mr. Netanyahu.
And lastly, George, Hamas welcomes this move. Obviously, they say that their rocket attacks into Israel in 2014 were legitimate. The ICC says that they will examine Hamas's role in this as well. So what about that?
Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 9. For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon, aka America, an assembly of great nations from the north country. Okay, Gog and Magog is going to be a shield, and they shall set themselves in array against her. Who? An assembly of great nations from the north country, with Gog and Magog, which is Russia, being a guardian to them, man. And they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. That's right. Babylon is going to go down, man. Down. Joe Frazier's down. Joe Frazier's down. You know, yeah, Joe going down, man. From thence she shall be taken. She's going to be taken, man. Their arrows, and man, come on, yeah. All right. He ain't talking about no boing, no real arrow, man, okay? Their arrows, those nuclear ICBM missiles, intercontinental ballistic missiles, man, okay? All right, shall be as of a mighty expert man, none shall return in vain. And Chaldea, modern day Chaldeans, man, are the Babylonians, man. Okay? More commonly known as Americans. And Chaldea shall be a spoil. All that spoil her shall be satisfied, saith Yahweh. Already done. Because ye were glad, because Yahweh Shema has spoken it. That's why I say it's already done. Okay, it's yet to be fulfilled, you know, within the confines of time. But in the spiritual realm, man, it's already done. All right. Because ye were glad, because ye rejoiced, O ye destroyers of mine heritage. Ooh, guilty as charged. Caught red-handed, and Esau came out red all over like a hairy garment. Babylon is caught red-handed. Okay, the destroyers of the heritage, which is the Israelites. Okay, because ye are grown fat as the heifer at grass, time to slaughter this heifer, and bellow as bulls. Your mother, the UK, Britain, shall be sore confounded. She that bare you shall be ashamed. Yeah, she's gonna be shooting her arrows over here too. Okay. That bear you shall be ashamed. Behold, the hindermost of the nations, that's America, man, Babylon, shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert. Because of the wrath of Yahweh, it shall not be inhabited ever again, but it shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goeth by Babylon, America, shall be astonished and hiss at her all her plagues. Put yourself in array against Babylon round about. Who? All y'all. Right. They don't say that. All ye that bend the bow. All you with nuclear missiles. You got nuclear missiles, bend that bow. Get it ready to fire it off. Put yourself in array against Babylon and get ready to fire that missile. Shoot it off. Okay? It's like in that one of my favorite movies, Tombstone. Early on in the movie, Wyatt Earp's character, played by Kurt Russell, says, "Skin that smoke wagon, see what happens." Yeah, they gonna shoot them arrows, man. All right, we already know what's gonna happen. Shoot at her, spare no arrows. Shoot every last one of them, man. 200 million nuclear detonations here, man. Each of them capable of destroying a major city like New York, man. Do I need to tell you that's overkill? That to say that's overkill is a gross understatement. Okay, for she has sinned against Yahweh. You got something, bro?
I found that one script.
Go ahead.
There's Isaiah 26 verse 10. Let favor be shown to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness. In the land of uprightness will he deal unjustly, and will not behold the majesty of the Lord Yahweh. So just like I was going, like the script I was reading earlier, man, it said that thy people shall all know righteous, shall all be righteous, man. And you don't see that in the land of Israel today. Them gutter rats over there defiling our land, man. And that's how there's I believe you and the brother say a plethora of reasons why they not the people, man. Right. But that's just another reason and point to show that they not the people, and that we are the true people, man. We're gonna take at it shit back, man.
So, bro, through the Spirit, I'm going to get time for that Isaiah 47. We had to get into that some other time, because, we can go ahead and wrap this up. But, hey, man, we can't wait. This is for real, man. So, we are not making this up, man. The news clip we showed you, there's so many of them like that, man. So, and new ones are coming in probably daily, if not daily, definitely, most certainly weekly. Multiple. If you're gonna go from daily to weekly, then you can say multiple. Okay. Yep. They coming in, man, all the time. This is not make believe, man. Mm-hmm. World War III is definitely really going to come and happen. It's in the scriptures. You say, well, I don't believe the scriptures. Pay attention to the headlines. Right. Pay attention to the news reports, man. Pay attention to the Babylonian military official, high ranking, who said World War III, we're already fighting it. So. But then again, if you don't have ears to hear, you can't hear it. That's it. But this is real, man. Mm-hmm. And we can't wait. We're ready to get out of here, man. Okay, man. Mm-hmm. So with that, we're going to give our glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Chakadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Much peace, love, and respect to the brothers teaching and pushing this truth throughout the four corners of the earth. Adawan Radazah, this video was edifying and encouraging to you, Akim, and any Akwathim that may be listening and or watching. Ayashma Yakwana Azanyim Lashemai Shemai. Let him who has ears to hear. Kwam Yasharala, Abba Babal, Baba Kusha Aitha, Wakal Adawan, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.